Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create GetResponse contact on Stripe payment. So let's suppose I'm an owner of an online subscription box service and I'm receiving all my payments with the help of Stripe. Now I want that whenever a new payment happens in Stripe, a contact is automatically created in GetResponse account automatically. I completely want to automate this process, and to do this automation, I am going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Stripe and GetResponse. Pabbly Connect runs on two principles, which is trigger and action. Here as my trigger application, I am going to take Stripe from where I will receive new payment and this complete workflow here will get triggered. And then in my action application, I am going to take GetResponse where the contact will be created as soon as the new payment will be received in Stripe. If you want to learn this amazing automation step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create GetResponse contact on Stripe payment. For this, we are going to create automation between GetResponse and Stripe with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now after browsing the website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in. But if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on this sign in. And here a dashboard has appeared showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I have to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me to this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders that I have created over here. If you want to create a new folder, you just need to click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow, and first I need to provide the workflow name and then select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to create GetResponse contact on Stripe payment, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders that have been created, and I want to select this all automations and then click on create. Now as soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger in a workflow, but as many as action applications as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to create GetResponse contact on Stripe payment, which means whenever a new payment will happen in Stripe account, a contact will be automatically created in my GetResponse account. Which means whenever a new payment will happen in my Stripe account, this complete workflow here will get triggered because trigger says when this happens. So whenever a Stripe payment happens, an action says do this. Then create a contact in GetResponse account. So here in my trigger application, I am going to take Stripe, and then in my trigger event, I am going to take new charge. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Stripe, for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Stripe with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk given below over here, I will make this connection, and to make this connection, I have to take you to my Stripe account. So this is my Stripe account, and as you can see, I am in test mode. Over here I can see this developers option, so I will open this, and on the top itself I can see this webhooks, so I will open this, and over here I need to enter my webhook URL, for which I need to click on this add endpoint, and in this endpoint URL field I have to add the webhook URL which I am provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So from over here I will copy this webhook URL and paste that webhook URL over here. And then in the lesson 2, I have to select events on your account, and in the description, as this is not a required field, so I'm going to skip this, and in the version I am going to select this as the current version, and then the event I am going to select this as charge succeeded, and now I have to click on this add event, and then I have to click on this add endpoint. Now over here I have successfully added my webhook URL from Pabbly Connect in Stripe, and now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and if I scroll down I can see this waiting for the webhook response, and under that it is written, now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. This means so as to check the webhook response I need to do a test submission or do a test payment. For that I need to go back to my Stripe account, and if I receive this response in my Pabbly Connect, this means the connection that we have created with the help of webhook URL is successful. And to do this payment or to do this purchase, I have to click on this payments link on the left hand side. Over here this is my product Pab audio extractor, so I will open this, and over here I am provided with the product link. So I am going to copy this and paste that in a new tab, and from over here I am going to enter all these details and make the submission. So let's say my email address is, so over here I have added few details. My email address is admin@pabblytudes.com. My phone number is this. My first name is admin, last name is user. I have entered my card information, and then I have entered my billing address, and then I have to click on this pay. So over here I have successfully made the payment. Thanks for the payment. And now I need to open my Pabbly Connect and check whether it has captured this response there or not. So let's open my Pabbly Connect, and over here I can see I have instantly received the response. So here this is my email address, admin@pabblytudes.com. This was my address, Old Street, Bhopal. This was my PIN. This was my state MP. And then the name on the card was admin. So I have successfully received the response when a Stripe payment happened in my Pabbly Connect. This means the connection that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between Stripe and Pabbly Connect is successful. And now whenever someone will make the payment, I will start receiving the response in my Pabbly Connect. So now moving on to the next step, whenever I receive a new Stripe payment, I want to create contact in GetResponse account. So here in my action application, I am going to take it as GetResponse. And then in my action event, I want to create contact, so I am going to take this create contact. Now I have to click on this connect, and if you have an existing connection, you can go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, and then to make this connection I have to enter the API key. Over here you can see enter your API key. You can find your API key from here. So I will click on this hyperlink given over here. And from here I am going to click on this generate API key, and I have to name this API key. So let's say I name this as test4 and then click on this generate. So a new API key has been generated. So I simply need to copy this API key and paste that over here. Now I have to click on this save. So GetResponse is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter all these details. So the first one is campaign, that I have to select the campaign. So as to enter this, let me take you to my GetResponse account. This is the app dashboard of GetResponse. And if I click on this contacts, I can see 2 campaigns have been created, and I want to create the contact under this Connect Pab. So I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and select my campaign as this one, Connect Pab, and then I have to enter my name. So I'm not going to enter this manually. Instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter data from my previous response. So here, as you can see, I have received the response in my Stripe, and when I click on this Stripe, I can see all the responses that I have received from there. So I'm going to enter the name as admin, and then I have to enter the email address. So the email address was admin@pabblytudes.com, and then the IP address and the day of cycle are not required fields. So I'm going to skip this, and now I have to enter this tag ID. So in this drop down, I can see that 2 tags have been created in my Stripe account. So to enter this, let's open my Stripe account, and this is my Stripe account. On the right corner, I can see this tags, and you can see that 2 tags have been created, Google Form and Stripe. I want to tag my contact as this one, Stripe. So I'll go back to Pabbly Connect, and from this drop down, select my tag ID as Stripe. Now over here, amount, birth date, comment are not required ones, so I'm going to skip this. Here I have not received the response for the company, fax, gender, so I'm going to skip these fields also. Here in the country field, I'm going to enter my country as India, and then I have also received the postal code, So I will enter my postal code as this one. And then my state was MP. So I will enter this. And then the street was Old Street. So I will enter this. And then the city is Bhopal. So I have entered all the fields that were required one, and those fields and those fields for which I have received the response. Over here, URL, work phone are not required fields, so I have skipped this. And then in the reference, I have skipped this because this was not the required field. Now over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in these fields. Manually entering data will make these fields static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any data, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep these fields dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now after entering all these details, I have to click on the save and send test request. And here I can see I have received the response. Now I need to open my get response account and check whether this Stripe contact has been created there or not. So over here in my contacts, I will open my campaign connect pab, and here I can see I have created this admin@pablitudes.com. The name was admin, and then the country is India. Then I have also received the other details, and this has been created under the same tag Stripe. Now, so as to check whether this automation is working perfectly fine or not, let's open my product link again and fill some other form with some other details. So let's say this time my email address is latest@pablitudes.com. So here I have added my email address latest@pablitudes.com. My phone number is this, first name is latest, last name is user. I have added my card information, and then I have added my card holder name, and then I have added my billing address. Over here the city is Indore, let's say this time. And now I'm going to click on this pay. And I have successfully made the payment. Now I need to open my get response and check whether this contact by the name latest user has been created there or not. Let's go back and let's refresh this page once. And we have successfully created this contact also. The name was latest, email address was latest@pablitudes.com. Then I have also received the other details. The city name this time was Indore. And then it has been created under the same tag Stripe, and I have also received the other details. Now to summarize, we took Stripe as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. We made a test purchase and received the response in Pabbly Connect. This showed that the connection that we have created with the help of this webhook URL is successful. And then we moved to the next step where we wanted to create contact as soon as we received a new payment from Stripe. So here we took our action application as get response. Then we selected a campaign and entered all these details with the help of mapping. Simply clicked on the save and send test request and received the response as this contact been created in my get response account. So we have successfully created automation between Stripe and get response with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.